Hi, or how are we going? Or welcome to another round of Red's Keys Righteous Readings, where the readings are raw and righteous. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you've not done so already, please subscribe to the channel Red's Keys Righteous Readings. Also, if you find the content today enjoyable, please hit that like button. Also, feel free to share. Now, this is your main monthly reading for the month of course, May 2021. And we're doing no other sign other than my beautiful Capricorns, Capris. This is your main monthly reading. Predominantly, this isn't a love reading. It's about every other aspect of your life, of yourself, and etc. But if there is a love message that comes through, I will most definitely read it. But this spread is being designed to not be such an emphasis on love. If you want your love reading, look up the connection spread. Okay, guys. So, additional messages. What did I have to say? Oh, yes. So for this reading, I'll be using the Mythic Tarot, the new Mythic Tarot for the main. I will use, of course, the good old faithful Masters Tarot for the clarifier. At the end of the tarot and clarification, we will then go to find out what spirit animal will be yours for the month of May and get full book meanings, as well as what ruin is gifted to you from the divine and what message can atone to that and give you some guidance, solace, and some depth for that month of May. So, is there anything else I need to say? This goes for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs of Capricorn. And yes, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, guys? So without further ado and me rambling along any further, let's hit it and find out what's coming in for my beautiful Capricorns, Rising, Moon, and Suns for the month of May, the main monthly. Here we go. Okay, Capricorn, Rising, Moon, Sun, signs for May 2021. Dear Divine Spirits, please help me get clear and precise messages for my dear Capricorns for the month of May 2021. Thank you, Spirit. More ripple. I'm going to manual shuffling. For Capricorn, please, spirits and guides. Alright, Capricorn, let's see what's going on. Capricorn, oh, okay. Okay, here we go, Cappy. Alright, Capricorn. Interesting. Okay, so your first card is work. So your current work, what you do for a crust. We have the moon reversed. So this is talking about some deceptions here. Minor deceptions. It's overcoming some bad temptation, but there is a real sense with this card that there are gains being made here without paying the price, or someone taking advantage of someone, or someone getting something off the back of someone here. Seeing maybe that there's a work colleague around you that's taking a lot of credit perhaps for your work or your efforts. Or someone that's coming in, messing up your work and sort of, leaving you holding the bag. Sort of, it's actually their mistake, but they're trying to deflect it onto you. Your second card is career, so that's the future extension of work. So future career, 8 of Pentacles, inverted. There's a lack of ambition here in what we're doing. There's a lot of vanity, though, with that. But there's even more, a shit ton of disillusionment. So in this future extension of the career, we're not loving it, put it that way. We have a lot of vanity in what we believe we can do, a lot of conceitment, a lot of disillusionment, but we're not very ambition driven here. In fact, we're quite, what's the word I want, like staunched with the ambition. It's very, it's a funny one, that one. Family, 8 of Swords. So when it comes to family, there's a shit ton of crisis going on here. There's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of domination, and you're feeling quite imprisoned. Could also be receiving some bad news in regards to family, or through family you're hearing some bad news. it's a lot of turmoil here with family, is what I want to say. There's a lot of turmoil here with family. You know, I'm getting the, you know, I say black, she says white. It's just not in alignment at all, or in agreement even. But really being very disillusioned, as you can see by the card here. You know, all these figures, it's all in your head. These things coming to get you. The next card, the fourth card for the reading, is friends. Friends and or connections. And we have the Lovers reversed. Sign of Gemini. Also, there's a sign here that when it comes to friends and or connections in that realm, there's a real failure to meet the test here. There's a lot of unreliability. There's a lot of frustration in this connections. And there's a lot of freaking interference from others with their opinions and fickleness. It's leading you to feel a real untrustworthiness within this connection, and feeling that trusting or putting any investment into this relations would be an unwise plan and or decision. Really stepping on eggshells here is what the divine is saying to me. Stepping on eggshells. Your ambitions and aspirations for the month of May is the Nine of Swords reversed. There's a lot of suspicion and a slanderous gossip. There's a lot of you know, reasonable fear here. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of suspicion. There's a lot of scruple. There's a lot of there's a real feeling that something's going on, and you want to know what's going on with it. The reason I think this is coming in your ambition is this is something that's holding you back. If you could just find the answer to the question, you feel like it would release this, and you could move forward with a more positive or a more direct or a more ambitious, I guess you could say, ambition. Health for the month of May is the Empress. So health, we are feeling really, really freaking fruitful right now. We're feeling accomplished. We're feeling good. We're looking fine. Looking mighty, mighty, mighty fine, girl. Boy, whoever you are, whatever you are, energy is flowing. We've got a lot of passion here for oneself too. A lot of intuition. Head, mind, body, all looking mighty fine right now in the health department. Could also be pregnancy as well, Capricorn. You could be expecting now, or be soon to find out in the month of May that you are with child, because the Empress is pregnant. That's why she likes those moo dresses. Because she's all about the fruitfulness, you know, feminine cycle. She's in this depiction of her. She is actually collecting wheat, you know, from the fields, with some poppies down there at the bottom, if you can see that. And she's grabbing it out of her belly, sort of clinging, you know, holding her bow. So yes, there could be a chance of child and or pregnancy coming into Capricorn's world at that point of May. Advice from Spirit is the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny, fortune, fate, and an outcome here. Approach to the end of a problem. This is, whether good or bad, it's not about that. It's about the fact that there will be eventuality here. The wheel suggests the course of events from beginning to end. This is advancement, for better or worse. This is getting gifted a chance to roll the dice. Whether it comes out with snake eyes or, you know, doubles or triples or whatever, it's about the fact that you were gifted the opportunity to be able to hold and shake the dice. And that with that, you will get an outcome. You will get an understanding. You will get an answer, I guess you could say, something firm. The bottom of the deck, the foundation of the reading, the underlying energy, was the Four of Wands inverted. This is a full loss of tranquility here. Unfulfilled romances and connections, insecurities, tarnished beauty, and incomplete happiness. And that's loitered throughout this reading. This Four of Wands inverted energy. It's just like a, you know, a mark that's sort of sprung across this reading. Let's get some clarifiers now. So, spirits and guides, could you please clarify this reading for my darling Capricorns? Spirit. The moon reversed for work for Capricorn. Could we please clarify the moon reversed? Thank you, spirits. Five of Pentacles, the Emperor inverted, and the Empress inverted. The Emperor and Empress have just come out together there. Shit. Capricorns, Jesus. All right, career, future extension of work. So the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Please, could we please clarify the career of the Eight of Pentacles reversed for Capricorn? Thank you. We have the High Priestess, the Chariot, and Justice reversed. The Eight of Swords, please, Spirit, for family for Capricorn. Could we please clarify this Eight of Swords energy? Thank you. We have Judgment. The Lovers reversed for friends. Could we please clarify the Lovers reversed? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Seven of Cups. Ambitions, aspirations, the Nine of Swords reversed. Could we please clarify the Nine of Swords reversed? We have the Five of Wands reversed and the Nine of Pentacles. The Empress, please, Spirit, for health. Could we please clarify the Empress energy? Ace of Pentacles. And the advice from Spirit, we had the Wheel of Fortune. Could we please clarify the Wheel of Fortune energy? Thank you. Is clarified with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. There is definitely a big preordained, destined thing coming in. I want to start with the last card first. I know, sorry. This has just got me so revved up right now. The advice from Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune with the Wheel of Fortune both upright as well, and the Five of Swords reversed. There is a serious destined place you need to be, a destined punt that you need to do, a destined... There's somewhere you need to be, Capricorn. There's a choice here that needs to be made. And the divine is doubly trying to take you to it and to show you this. The Five of Swords reversed is speaking about an uncertain outlook or a chance of either loss or defeat. Possible misfortune also befalling you or a friend. There's a lot of weakness here. Scared, even fear. Scared of what these outcomes could be. There is something that you need to do this month, Capricorn. And it is... I can't even stop looking at these cards. Like, it's like a beacon. It's honing me in. All right, we'll try to put that aside for now, and we'll get back to that. So let's go to the beginning where we should have started anyway. So work, we had that moon reversed, you know, a mind deception, maybe someone taking credit and or for your work or trying to work with you with ulterior motive. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor inverted, and the Empress inverted. Now this is all in regards to work. So the Five of Pentacles is destitution. It's being pushed out into the cold due to maybe a third party, a mistress, a lover, or another individual coming in and taking your spot, so to speak. But it is destitution. It is a freaking loss, and its worst kind. It is really being shut out in the cold and people locking the door behind you. This is, you know, an error. This is a failure. This is a loss, and it's a painful one too. It's not one that is easily brushed off. This is something that's going to sting for quite some time. The Emperor inverted is talking about immaturity, ineffectiveness, indecision, and inability here, and again, weakness of character. The Empress reversed is talking about inaction and a lack of interest, a lack of concentration, a lot of anxiety. It talks about infertility or indecision and infidelity as well. So in the workplace here, I'm seeing that we are going to be quite destitute. We're going to be pushed out on our ass here, probably because of this other person, this other individual that I picked up on that moon reversed energy, because this has all been clarified for this. So being pushed out in the cold, complete destitution here. This person that's doing this, or that's in the background, is really is leading you to feel very indecisive, very weak, not being in your own character, not being your own self. It's also leading to a shit ton of lack of interest in your part, a lot of inaction in your part, lack of concentration. You may not even realize this is happening. It's sort of like not seeing it for what it is either. Career, future extension of work. We had that 8 of Pentacles inverted, which was clarified by the High Priestess. Oh, another card was actually sitting behind that, and I didn't even realize till just now. The High Priestess, the 9 of Swords reverse, the Chariot, and the Justice reverse. Sorry, the 9 of Swords was hiding behind there. I've only just seen it now. Lots to say about the future energy of career. So the High Priestess is all about using intuition, using, keeping secrets as well, keeping shit locked down really hard here with the career. So, a sound judgments, common sense, intuition, foresight, emotionlessness as well. Being very intuitive, really thinking shit through quite heavily. The 9 of Swords inverted is really speaking about a lot of suspicion here, a lot of slanderous gossip perhaps in the career energy of the future of the workplace. The Chariot, we are moving forward though, regardless of all the shit. But we are moving forward, again, emotionlessly, or trying to attain and control our emotions. But there's a lot of conflicting influences here. There's a lot of vengeance here. There's a lot of, hostility here. There's a lot of adversity that needs to come. And we really rush into a decision here. We're just like, oh, is that what they did? And boom, going and reacting without really not having all the information. It's a real warlike rant, like really running, chomping at the bit without maybe having all the advice. Speaking of advice, the final card for the grouping was the Justice reverse. Biasm, false accusations, bigotry, severity in judgments, intolerance, unfairness, and borderline abuse. So I'm seeing that that is this individual that's trying to mess with your current work in the career, the future extension. They're still very much prevalent in the reading. If this isn't one person, it's a collaboration of other people not being able to do their job and really reflecting poorly on you as you try to do yours. But you are trying to use very sound wisdom here, judgments, but you do have a lot of suspicion here. You're trying to move forward in a warlike errand just to get away from it, but we can't deny the fact there is a lot of biasm here. There's a lot of bigotry here, and there's a lot of severity in judgments, and it's incorrect. It's really biased. With family now, we did have that 8 of Swords. That was clarified by judgment. Judgments are going to be made here. You may feel that you need to repent or forgive, but this is the moment where we account for the manner in which we used all opportunities. This is hopefully will lead to some improvement though. This is also talking about legal judgments going in your favor as well. So I'm seeing here with the family, the 8 of Swords with all that crisis and domination and imprisonment feelings from you. You're finally going to feel that you're going to be heard. And you're going to be listened to. And people may actually start to understand your point, your thought, your theory, whatever it is you're trying to get across with your family. Friends and or friend connections, the Lovers reversed, which is talking about some very much a connection here that is a failure to meet the test, interference from others, because of the 7 of Cups. So this is having a lot of options on the table here, a lot of options. Some of it's wishful thinking, some of it's illusionary success, a lot of fantasy up in this card, a lot of imagination, a lot of daydreams, foolish whims, Also the feeling of being a bit confused. Having options is great, but not when you don't know how to choose the difference between the snake in the cup and the bucket of money, And you are feeling like you can't tell which people are loyal and which people aren't. Where's the black sheep kind of feeling? Like, I can't see the black sheep. I know there's a black sheep. Where am I? Where is this wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing? Where's this Jekyll? You know what I mean? Who's the Jekyll? Who's the person that's doing all this bad shit to me? Because you know it's one of these 7 cups. You have no freaking idea which of the 7 cups it is, though. Your ambitions and admirations, we have that 9 of Swords reverse, which was a real tacky energy for you, because that was really talking about, you know, shame, gossip, a lot of a suspicion here. Due to the 5 of Wands reversed and the 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands reversed is talking about a lot of having some caution against indecision, but there's a lot of trickery here, a lot of contradiction areas, a lot of complexities here. And you just want to be at your 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, sorry. You just want to be accomplished, disconcerted by this. You want to have foresight and material well-being. You just want to be left alone. Left alone to do your own business. And to be in control of your own business. Not to be whacking sticks with people and opinions. You just want to do it your way. And this is something you're very passionate about, that you really want to be self-sufficient. You really want to be standing on your own feet. You really don't want to rely and or need for anyone else. Health, we had that Empress, you know, that very fruitful femininity energy, possibly pregnancy as well, is backed by the Ace of Pentacles for health. Perfection, attainment, and prosperity. You know, this is something, the combination of material and spiritual riches as well. Feeling like there's a new beginning here in monetary means and or gains. Maybe because you're putting a lot of money towards Bubby, setting it up. I'm seeing for a lot of you, this is firstborn too, first child. So you're really doting on this connection that will happen, on this baby. And you really want new monetary means, new prosperities in monetary means for that child. If you're not expecting a child, of course, you are in your fruitfulness, you are in your divine time, you are in your perfection, and you're looking mighty fine. And you want some money to back up that good looking now, you know what I mean? Not only do you want to look mighty fine, you want to feel financially prosperous, and you want to feel financially stable. And I've got to go back to that last lot of cards, man. That Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Swords reverse. Guys, this is advice from Spirit. You know, 2 Wheel of Fortune cards. And that 5 of Swords reversed. There is a choice, a chance. There is going to be a moment that is going to snap something into place for you. And it's going to be so important. It's an uncertain outlook. It may not be good news that comes of this, but it is nevertheless so damn important, Capricorn, that you're there at the time and you receive it. Yeah, I'm seeing that this could be something that's going to pain you mentally. It's going to be really hard for you to mentally wrap your head around this information or this news or this outcome or this. It's going to be extremely difficult for my Capricorns. All right, guys, we're going to get into the additional messages now for the month. I'm hearing, don't do as they've always done, do it your way. I don't know if that resonates for anybody. Don't do what they all say, do it your way. You know best. Okay. Okay, what spirit guide will be yours for the month of May, for my dear Capricorns, rising moon and sons of that sign? What spirit guide can assist Capricorn for the month of May, please, spirits and cards? Spirit animal, Capricorn, for the month of May. Oh, good Lord. Okay, someone got a little excited. That would be me. Sorry, guys. For the month of May, thank you, Spirit. That's the one on. Where are you? I just saw it. There we go. Okay. Yep, Divine is giving me the nod of approval there. So we have the humpback whale. And it reads, music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Okay. So for the humpback whale, let me get the book of meaning. Humpback whale. In order to diagnose their patients, one of the questions that shamans often asked was when the patient stopped singing. If it had been quite some time, the shaman was certain to recommend singing amongst other remedies as an essential aspect of recovery. All that's involved when you sing, the fullness and rhythm of your breathing, the opening of your mouth and jaw, and the soulful and creative expression of your spirit, serves to enhance your health and raise your vibrations. Similarly, playing an instrument can touch those inner creative depths and yearn to be expressed through song. Simply listening with your full attention to your favorite tune or melody can also inspire and heal. Make music as essential to your lifestyle as eating and breathing. You can breach the innovations about expressions yourself musically that you've acquired over the years in some very simple and easy ways. Sing, chant, or play an instrument. Take a few voice lessons as a means to shore up your confidence. Let the magical child inside help you rediscover the joy of creating music. Dive in and play. The associations with the card is singing, breathwork, sound healing, sensitivity, alchemy, ancestral wisdom, creativity, inner depths, insight, healing, release, and guardianship. Ruin time. Happy for the month of May. And we have forgiveness. Number 17, we have forgiveness. The ruin of forgiveness for the month of May. Forgiveness. A life in transition draws upon forgiveness. In order to make peace with the past receiving this ruin, you are asked to consider, who is it that calls out to you for forgiveness? To whom do you call out? To all of you who find the courage in your heart to forgive those who betrayed you, this ruin brings a blessing. Forgiving someone who hurt you and making amends. There are two faces of forgiveness. There is a third face as well. Consider whether receiving this ruin at this moment may be an invitation to extend forgiveness to yourself. Drawing the ruin of forgiveness is an opportunity to consider the situations in your life where you have been thoughtless, unkind, or mean-spirited. What can you do to make amends? Do you need to write a letter, sit face-to-face, or simply speak openly to that person? Ask for their forgiveness and give them your blessing. It has been said that to cling to resentment is to harbour a thief in your heart, for resentment robs you of your energy, your strength, your peace of mind, and ultimately your ability to heal. It is not part of our nature to withhold forgiveness, and yet to those of you for whom forgiveness is impossible, this ruin brings a double blessing, one for the courage it took to close the door on the past, and another for you willing to go on and live your life. There is one more blessing in this ruin. It is for those who have the courage to brave the fearsome seas of anger and rage, and in time arrive upon forgiveness' safe shores. Take this moment. The ruin of forgiveness counsels to begin clearing out the old, and if you have already begun, be gentle with yourself. It takes time to release the past. Let it be said this way: as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. This ruin would be incomplete without an image of forgiveness as the scales upon which our lives are balanced. Joy is forgiving, and joy at being forgiven hang level in the balances of love. Forgiveness. So, are we looking for forgiveness? Are we needing to give forgiveness? But forgiveness is the key atonement for the month of May. And fucking sing. Whether you can or you can't, even if you do it in the shower with the nozzle up full spray, get into it. In the toilet, there's nothing wrong with it. Sing it out. Okay, guys? Please don't tell me about your endeavours. I don't want to hear about where you're singing, especially if it's in the toilet. But do what you got to do. You know, if that's the only time you get a quiet moment to get a tune out, to get a treble or a clef out, please do so. But sing and forgive. That is the key atonement for my Capricorns for the month of May. Forgiveness and fucking sing. Sing like your canary bird needs it. Okay, guys? Love yous. I hope you have a wonderful May, and I'll see you on the next round, which will probably be the connection spread, which will be the next May monthly reading. Until then, my Capricorns, love ya, love ya, love ya. Be light. Take it easy. From Red Ski Righteous Readings, where the readings are raw and righteous. Cheers.